Last night we had a stirring challenge from our very first graduate, Vernon Brewer. In a moment, he's going to come and tell us about those first years. But let me remind you that we had our first graduate a few years ago. Technically, it was 2 years after the college began. We had 14 graduates in that first class. And Dr. Jerry Falwell Sr. brought that first graduation message. That night, Vernon Brewer's last name began with B, so he's our first graduate. But among all of our graduates, he has done perhaps one of the greatest works for God. He has been a youth pastor in 3 great churches, Thomas Road Baptist Church being one of those. He was in Life Action Ministry. But then he went and founded World Help, an organization to win souls, to provide humanitarian relief, and to plant churches. This organization now has over $125 million income. It's one of the 10 largest Christian organizations in the world. One of our graduates did that. And yet he will tell you, not I, but Christ. So, would you join me in welcoming Vernon Brewer to this podium?
Thank you, Dr. Towns. I want to see if I have this correct. You're telling me if my name were Vernon Schwartz, I wouldn't be here today.
No, you've been the last of
I remember that first graduation vividly because Dr. Falwell took all of the graduates and their families to the nicest restaurant in Lynchburg and paid for our dinner as a graduation gift. And I think on the 40th anniversary, that would be a good tradition to revive. So Chancellor Falwell, what time do you want us to meet you for lunch? Wow. We've come a long way in 40 years. 40 years ago, Liberty University classes were held in the Sunday school rooms at the old Thomas Road Church. The dormitories were 3 small houses across the street from the church. In fact, as a student, I later was required to build my own dormitory on Treasure Island. We would ride a yellow school bus to the island, but we would have to get out and walk across the bridge because the bridge wasn't strong enough to hold the bus and the students at the same time. Talk about humiliating. When the first classes met on this mountain, there were no sidewalks yet, so everyone trampled in the mud from class to class. There was a huge circus tent not far from here where convocation was held. But those were exciting days. They were pioneer days. There weren't many of us then, but we all knew we were part of something that was going to be huge. We would hear Dr. Falwell say, someday there'll be 50,000 students at Liberty University. I'm not sure many of us believed him then, but we do now. His vision has become a reality. And Chancellor Falwell, I congratulate you. This past year, that milestone has been reached. There are more than 50,000 students enrolled at Liberty University. At last night's baccalaureate, Chancellor Falwell spoke of how so many of our nation's historic and finest universities were founded as Christian schools. But as time went on and their prominence grew, those Christian principles were abandoned. Secularism took root and spread and never let go. So now Liberty University stands on the brink of history to do what no other university has done. The achievement of being the first university to earn elite prominence and status while remaining true to our original vision, the principles of Jesus Christ and Christianity. I will be forever grateful for the education I received at Liberty University. It was here that I was taught character and values that shaped my life. I learned the importance of faith by watching Jerry Falwell live out his faith, the need for passion and vision and attempting God-sized tasks and never giving up. I am proud to be the first graduate of Liberty University. I wear that title as a badge of honor. And you, the class of 2011, you are part of a great heritage and this great legacy, and it is up to you to make sure that the legacy continues. And so I challenge you today, as you begin to prosper, as God begins to bless you, to give back to this university that has given you so much. Last night I told the students that I'm at the stage in my life where I want to leave a legacy. I want my life to have mattered. I want my life to have made a difference. So every day I try to live my life in such a way that I accomplish at least one thing that will outlive me and last for eternity. And I challenge you to do the same. So congratulations, Liberty University, on 40 years of training champions for Christ. May God bless Liberty University, and may God bless the class of 2011.